Hello, everyone. I apologize, but I pre-watched this because of the fact that, this is the second take on this because for some reason my OBS decided to crash halfway through. So we're reacting to the lovely SmugAlana today. A video about Charlie Kirk and Penguin Zero Charlie and his reaction to it. And so we are going to try this again. Here we go. And, by the way, I am just going to say, starting off, I'm moving myself so that I'm not covering the lovely SmugAlana. But, I'm doing a react to a react because I watch SmugAlana, I watch Kirsha, I watch Nux, I watch Chibidoki, I watch a ton of people. But this only applies to the SmugAlanas, Kirshas, and Nuxes. Specifically, Alana's the one that I am the most active in her YouTube video comments. But I find myself making either one big comment where I keep editing it as the video goes to add like different parts where it's like, oh, and then this part, this is the issue, and then this part, this is the issue, or making 6 different comments about different things that are said in it. So I've just figured, hey, why don't I just try doing a react to one of them? So that's why I'm doing a react to a react. I already know how stupid it is, but let's get started. If for some reason you have found me without finding Smug, go to her channel and subscribe.
Which one of these insane websites is being dumped today?
It's
so
always
Charlie
Blue Sky.
Critical
It's
had made a
always
few
Blue
statements
Sky.
addressing the tragedy that happened to Charlie Kirk, and multiple times he condemned what happened to Charlie Kirk, which is obviously a very reasonable thing to do. However,
because it's violence against another human being that did nothing wrong.
Facts. Well spoken. You can disagree with me and still be a part of my chat, still be a part of my group. I will trust you, or whatever the case is. And, treat you like everyone else if you disagree with me. You can disagree with me on abortion, you can disagree with me on trans, gay, economy, religion, immigration, guns. You can disagree with me on any topic, and you are welcome to disagree as long as you're being civil and polite. I will clear you out of my chat if you are rude, due to the fact that I streamed on a different Twitch channel 8 years ago, and I had 30 people in my community, one of which was toxic as hell, always acted like you were a villain, for example, for liking guns. Thought you were an absolute villain. He poisoned the well so badly that anytime we had new people come in, he would basically gatekeep the 30 people and remove them. And I should have had the balls back then to remove them. So I've learned that lesson. But then on top of that, if you support, promote, or do harm other people who are innocent individuals, you're gone. Asking for the wood chipper for pedophiles is not in that category. So if you are on Team Wood Chipper, welcome to the group.
Huh?
to certain
I
audience.
feel like that's pretty normal.
I'm recovering from a cold right now, so I apologize if I'm a little winded or anything like that.
Individuals over on Reddit, TikTok, and even his own subreddit, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, some found it to be very offensive. How dare he condemn this?
Oh.
And then I looked up the UFO stuff, and then Matt texted me if I heard about the Charlie Kirk thing. I had no idea what he was talking about. Immediately, first thing on Twitter is that video clip. It was...
Me too! Me too! Literally! I think I was scrolling right before stream, 5 minutes before stream, and I got gore shocked. Literally, I was like, fuck me, and I have to fucking stream?
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I have avoided the Charlie Kirk up-close assassination video completely. Whenever I saw the news about the assassination, the only video I saw was the one that was like from a distance and up high, where you can see his silhouette move, but not any blood spray or gore. And so I was hoping he'd still live, because there is a difference to me between actually being killed for your personal opinion and someone attempting to kill you. Attempting to kill you, okay, that's bad, but how do we handle it? No one lost their life because of it. Being killed, the man was a father and a husband and had family and all that. So even if you disagree with his opinions, you just robbed a kid of her father. 2 kids, because he has 2 daughters, I believe, if my memory's correct. So that type of stuff is just not acceptable.
Yes, the close-up one. Yes, it was the one that was the first one that was posted within 15 minutes before stream.
Yeah,
I wish I hadn't seen it. Yeah, me too, man.
I avoided
I
that.
don't know.
Anytime
I don't care
the thumbnail
who you
has it,
are,
I just
left,
skip and say,
right,
yeah, I've seen him get shot.
Republican,
I'm
freaking
good.
Different religion, or I don't give a shit. It's horrible, man. It's horrible, man.
Fucking crazy.
I'm currently the innocent one in this, and I'm still upset.
Build a website.
And by innocent one in this, I mean I'm innocent of being traumatized with that close-up shot. Not I'm innocent.
Jesus. Fucking awful, though, man.
I legitimately don't know if I've broken any laws other than speeding, because I speed everywhere. I'm bad about speeding. But I don't run reds, I don't steal, I don't assault people, obviously I don't murder people, I don't rape, no crime that I can think of is something I'm guilty of other than speeding, because I definitely do that one.
Yeah, hopefully they catch the guy. I don't know how they're going to, but hopefully they do.
I'm glad they did.
Because right now it seems like they're just arresting a bunch of random.
I'm glad the family turned him in.
I don't think it was a professional. I think it was just an absolute crazy.
Keep in mind, this is on the day. I'm pretty sure. No.
Maniac.
He
but
posted
I guess
this.
we'll see. Hopefully they catch
Or he
the
was
person.
streaming.
It's fucking scary.
Yeah, dude.
No one wants to live in a world with political
Maybe
violence.
Once they catch the shit.
And that's why, I want society to come together and say, we are officially cutting off the 10, 15, however much percent that is violent, that supports violence, that does all these violent things. Left and right and center should all be in unison going, no, no, no. Anyone who's doing violence, whether they are left, right, or center, should be arrested and put in jail forever. Weather Underground was bombing places and killing people. And the people back then came together. Now we're having a split where a portion of the population is actually supporting this murderous intent. The Weather Underground never saw the support that this shit is having right now. And it's scary, it's terrifying, and it's probably going to result in another civil war if we don't come together. And all of us condemn it. All of us say, no, no, no. We support the Trump administration in arresting all these people. If we don't do that, we will probably have another civil war.
But in the meantime,
and I do not want that.
Heartbreaking shit. Usually the news stuff I cover is wackier. This one is just actually diabolical.
Well, after they caught
diabolical. Pegasus, you ruined that word. I blame you.
Robinson, he ended up making that video.
So let me be crystal clear here. I think the assassination of Charlie Kirk, everything that happened here is fucking horrible. I think it is horrific, awful. I think it is terrible. And I'm aware that some people have been celebrating this. I find that to be disgusting. What happened here is bad.
Yep. It's disgusting.
This is the most lukewarm take of all time.
That's the sad part, Alana. It is a lukewarm take in every decade but 2020. In 2020, it's considered alt-right or far-right or authoritarian or fascist to say it's wrong to kill people for a difference of opinion. Just like it's wild that the stupid DEI crowd says it's racist to be colorblind. I'm sorry, my best friend and I are best friends because I didn't care he was black. I didn't care if he would have been Hispanic, white, black, anything. All I knew was, bro plays pogo. He works with me. And both of us on our lunch break want to go do Pokemon Go raids. That's all that mattered. And then we added anime discussions and we added video game discussions and all that. We don't agree on a lot of things, but I love that man like a brother. His skin color doesn't matter. That's what the definition of not being racist is.
You're condemning violence against another person.
Yep. That's the wild part of it.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa. And people are probably mad about it. It's not.
I
even
love her
probably.
reactions.
This is 100%.
Alana is one of the reasons why I really wanted an actual VTuber model, so I could actually have my eyes and my mouth and all that stuff come across, because it's way more entertaining to see the eyes growing and shrinking.
Like,
I'll get there one day.
Thing. People actually unironically getting mad at you for saying that it's not nice to blow someone's fucking head off.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that is the truth. It is insane that I can't remember what it is. There's something that says something along the lines of like, what's right is wrong and what's down is up, or something like that. I cannot remember. I'm gonna have to look it up later. But that's how it is. And oh, by the way, just so there's a little bit of a reminder for everyone, my political compass test results. You can go watch the video of me taking it to see the exact answers I gave. But my compass, I am just to the right of center, and I am on the libertarian side. I am very moderate in both directions, but lean libertarian and lean right. So, yeah. Before anybody says I'm some Nazi or some extremist, I am literally more on libertarian side, so I'm not authoritarian, and I'm just slightly to the right of center.
Even though I didn't agree with him from
Lukewarm
all the
water
things I've seen,
take.
it still doesn't change the way I feel about this being
We
a
have to
horrifying,
have
terrible-
all the rational people, because there's two camps now. There's the extreme left with their wild violence and they want criminals to be free. That type of stuff is not the way of the world. And 75 to 80% of the population is on the other side of that coin, saying, no, if you do break the law, you have to be punished for it. If you do all these things, you have to be held to account. You can't be just free of repercussions, or else people will do whatever they want. They'll steal from each other, they'll hurt each other, they'll treat each other like garbage and murder each other, and that's not acceptable.
thing that happened to him.
As mentioned, some people on TikTok didn't like.
Damn, L-Take from Charlie. Didn't think it was a white supremacist sympathizer.
Thank you, Toad, for that lovely, lovely reading of comments. Oh boy!
Like Charlie condemning what happened to Charlie Kirk.
This is what I
saying
think people like that sound like. I'm sorry.
things like,
This
dang,
is the first thing I
L-Take
You're just a scrub!
Charlie.
come in my head.
Of course, the famous YouTuber would have this garbage take to save face.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I don't know
won't
if
be watching
Alana
anymore.
realized she was
Didn't
doing a
think he
Toad
was
impression
white
while reading that,
supremacist sympathizer.
but-
Oh wow, L-Take from Charlie. Yet he didn't show any compassion and didn't even say a word for Palestine. Interesting. And then you can see some.
Okay, two things. First, Palestinians, if you actually care about Palestinians, you should be with Israel and the United States in condemning Hamas and wanting them removed. There would be no war in Gaza and anywhere that the Palestinians are if Hamas and the follow-up terrorist organizations were not allowed to hold power. Period. Israel drops flyers where they're going to bomb. Literally telling people, leave the area. There is a military target in this area and we are going to bomb it. Hamas then, at gunpoint, says, no, you are not going to leave here. And so they leave the population there specifically so that whenever Israel does their strike, they get to go to the international media and go, they killed 16 of our civilians. Yes, because you guys are using them as a human shield, which is against the Geneva Convention. You are not supposed to have military targets in civilian populated areas. Straight up, it is against Geneva Conventions. For this exact reason. If you cared about civilians, you would be saying, we do need Hamas removed from power, period. If all of the UN went into the West Bank right now, Gaza right now, and said, all of us, we're putting a massive military force together, and we are taking every member of Hamas away, it would be probably immediate surrender, because you really think that whenever you are locked into your land, you're going to stand any chance against hundreds of thousands of troops? You really think you're going to stand a chance? No, you should just surrender and not be killed. Who knows with the religious extremists, though? But the point is, the civilians are not bad people. Even though the civilians voted in Hamas back in 2006? Or was it 96? I don't remember when it was. But they voted them in. Give them another chance and remove Hamas. Because Israel, if Israel was genociding people, they've done the worst genocide in the history of the world, because the population of those areas have gone up every year.
And again, I think this is a lukewarm take too. I'm not celebrating, but I'm definitely not mourning. That's fine.
And that is also right. Not celebrating but not mourning is like whatever you hear that some actor that you didn't really know or didn't really follow died of some random thing. Okay, that sucks. I feel bad for their family. Now I'm curious what I should do for my lunch today. You know, that kind of thing. Meanwhile, the opposite is, woo, that person's dead. Hallelujah. You don't cheer for people being violently killed like that.
Okay. You're not crying and bawling your eyes out.
I mean, I can even understand people being happy when someone dies of natural causes. Being like, all right, that old whoever is dead. I can understand being semi-excited that that happened. Obviously, you should still feel bad for their family. But I could see some sort of celebration like, all right, that person that's been a thorn in our side died naturally.
Not sad.
But that's
like,
the
you're
line.
Not fucking crying and shitting your pants, but I get it. Okay.
And then you can see some duality.
That's like it's crazy to me that that's the sensible take. Like, what the fuck?
There at the end, one user saying killing someone for a different opinion is peak fascism, and the other saying
it is
I'll never
literal
have sympathy
fascism.
nor empathy for a fascist. On his own subreddit, there was a
reminder: fascism isn't what they're saying. Fascism is taking and having an iron fist from the government while telling the different companies what they need to do. Remember that. It is a marriage of government and company in a way that if you don't do what government says, your company probably won't exist anymore. Kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it? Like the last administration telling Twitter and YouTube and Facebook that they have to take down specific content or else.
You have to have an opinion on everything. See what I mean, chat? See what I mean?
Gosh dang, this thing has a lot more in it than I remembered.
Also Palestine, it's like, oh my god, you're so chronically online. Oh my god, am I willing to bet you're probably unemployed? Yeah, but Palestine, but this, but that.
On his own subreddit, there was a post titled,
Lord.
"Let me get this straight," reading, "In today's video, Critical claims he cannot opine the type of person Charlie..."
Opine? Claims he could not opine on the type of person. What the hell is opine? Am I too retarded for this?
It means he cannot talk further. They can't elaborate.
Was, as he does not have enough info on Kirk.
Opine?
He immediately follows this up by saying he confidently believes Kirk's killer
Opinion?
was left-leaning, based solely on internet memes. They then go on a weird rant about some like EDP stuff. I'm skipping that part. Charles White Jr. has sold out to the sensationalist anti-intellectual.
Why are you using his legal name? Some sort of fucking threat?
Asmongold-esque right-wing.
I'm so tired of
as
people.
much as I like Asmongold, I'm really sick of people saying that having a take that is the same as his. It's like, that's Asmongold take. That's the range.
People have the ability to have their own opinions. There is a study that shows that on the left, basically, there is almost zero variance in how people view things. You have to agree on this, you have to agree on this, you have to agree on this. But then it goes to the right. And the right has basically, there's people that are on the right that have different viewpoints on almost every topic. There are pro-choice and pro-life on the right. There are pro-immigration and anti-immigration on the right. There is pro-gun and anti-gun on the right. There is pro-progressive tax and anti-progressive tax on the right. Pro-universal basic income, anti-universal basic income. The right has both ends of every topic included in it. But on the left, it's a complete, like, monopoint of data. The fact that people share commonalities with Asmongold is not some sort of bash at Asmongold or a bash at anything. It's the fact that you have a variety of opinion. I don't agree with everything Asmongold says. I don't agree with everything Kirsha says. I don't agree with everything Nux says. I don't agree with everything SmugAlana says. I don't agree with everything anyone says. There is no one that is the exact match for me. I will agree on points with people, and I will disagree with people at different points. That's just being a person.
Like, I'm not allowed to have an opinion that agrees. I disagree with Asmon all the fucking time. On games, on, like, fucking political opinions, I don't care. Like, it doesn't mean that I fucking... I hate it here. I hate it so much. It's because he's popular, yeah. Fence sitter, yeah, fence sitter. You like breathing air? That means you're an Asmongold
Hitler breathed air too. Get the Nazi.
simp.
Grift and has lost me a subscriber of 15 plus years. Either stick to what you know or get good at the grift so you don't look so transparently hypocritical.
Charlie is not
Charlie.
grifting.
You think you've...
I'm so tired of the word grift being used. I'm so tired of it. Sorry, I cut you off, Alana. The word grift is implying that you are saying something that you do not believe in for the money. There's a lot of people that say their opinion. You can tell when it's a grift and you can tell when it's a serious opinion. Charlie is speaking in a very genuine, straightforward fashion. It's not a grift.
You think that Charlie
Charles Barkley.
is grifting
Charles.
because he said that he doesn't like the fact that someone had their head blown off.
Performance, durability, affordability. Only one place does it all. Harbor Freight.
Come on. I swear, I make enough money off of YouTube. I'm gonna buy YouTube Premium just so I don't get ads.
Mental gymnastics.
I don't like it.
I can't fail them. Just go to the Olympics. Compete, gold
Another
medal.
user saying, seeing a fence sitter stay silent during a fascist regime is not fun. And this one, who seems to be upset with Charlie referring to the assassin as a leftist, which seems to be referring to this part of his video.
Anyway, as of now, there's been a lot of misinformation flooding around with, like, different Tyler Robinsons and also, like, people making claims about whether he's a Democrat or a Republican, which is obviously a big subject here considering the motive being political. Now,
He was from a Republican family, but then votes or discusses Democrat talking points. I'm sure none of us have ever seen a fucking kid go to college and turn from conservative to left wing or socialist or Marxist in any capacity. So, yeah, that makes total sense that you should be able to just lump him in with what his family does.
with all the available information,
I
about
swear,
what
Sins
they
of the
found
Father
as
is only
far
a
as,
left-wing
like, where
thing.
he's potentially been, To me, it seems like he's more left-leaning than right. But
He's
nothing
a-
is 100% confirmed, and there's so much information, it's hard to know for sure.
He was
A
left.
lot of people are saying since he grew up in a Republican household, and there's so many photos of him at a young age around guns, he must be Republican. But that's not always the case. Kids don't always...
I knew a very left-leaning person that was borderline, like, you know, some people would say the word tanky, that loved
Tanky.
guns and said that every citizen should have a gun. That's not a fucking, like, exclusively right-wing versus left-wing take. I'm not even kidding. They were a nice person, too. Don't get me wrong. It's just, like, that's not a tanky. No, I mean, I'm not gonna get into it. But, like, my point is, like, some people would perceive it as, like, a tanky thing. Because you're supposed to... Never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but you get my point, though. Like, that doesn't make you a left-leaning versus right-leaning person. There are plenty of people that are very left...
But it's really rare that you find those leftists that vary from the main talking points. That's the issue.
leaning that like guns.
grow up to be just
So
carbon
stupid.
copies, clones of their parents and their beliefs. Like, yes, they're more
So
inclined to follow
dumb.
those beliefs, but it's not always how it works out. And according to people closest to him, he got much more political over the last couple years, so anything could have changed. There's no telling for sure. But this definitely does seem to be a politically motivated assassination, which,
Sure.
if you ask me, is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
And my heart breaks for the family that is now without a father.
Now, ultimately, of course, his
100%.
full take on this matter was
Yeah, and then there's people that are like, yeah, it should be the daughters next and the wife.
quite a bit longer than
Those people are disgusting to me. Anyone calling for killing kids need wood chipper treatment at that point. Like, you don't kill kids. I mean, I guess the left does kill kids because almost every time it's a school shooting, it's a confused trans white person. So, kind of, they do kill kids, but you're not supposed to. That's the point.
the chopped up brief version that I included in this video to just show you like some of the highlight areas that people were taking umbrage with. And I'll have both linked
So
in the
horrible.
description because one comes from his channel and the other one comes from Penguin
It's
Zero
ridiculous.
Clips, specifically like the stream highlight from the beginning. Nevertheless, it's absurd for him to get backlash for simply saying that this was a bad thing that happened, more or less. But it's also very expected, as essentially anyone who came out condemning this stuff on the internet was getting backlash from like certain other parts of the internet. The one-to-one use of the words fascist and Nazi nowadays are also
I'm hating the
Silence is
redefinitions.
violence, chat. Silence is violence. Remember that.
just absurd. You know, it's interesting how buzzwords that got
Remember we
watered down
talked
because
about
they
it?
were overused progressively went from like racist to homophobe to transphobe, and now it's, oh, everyone's just a Nazi or a fascist. Lastly, I apologize for covering
They call
this
you a
late.
Nazi,
Some of
not
this
because they
happened,
think you're a
like,
Nazi.
few weeks ago, some of it
My
a week
thoughts
ago,
are
referring to like some of the
violent.
comments we read. But I found
Next, we're gonna actually pivot to thoughts are violent. You're not allowed to think things. Dude, I'm actually getting dystopian ideas.
They will go
What
there.
if one day they start getting, like, they get the technology to read people's minds and then you can't have even a thought to yourself?
Alana, Elon's working on that right now.
Like, you can't think for a second.
Neuralink
Something
will
that
automatically
someone
report
doesn't
you for
like.
unconscionable
still
thoughts.
talk about, albeit
Existing
rather
as
briefly.
violence.
So let me know what you think about this stuff in the comments, and thank you so much for tuning
would
in.
be a
I
felon.
appreciate you, and I'll see you here and in the next one.
All right. That was another lovely video by the lovely SmugAlana. Check her out if you somehow found this without knowing her channel. She's awesome. She's extremely nice. She has a brain in her head. She thinks about her own thoughts. And she's not afraid to talk about what she wants to talk about, which is really good. But with that, leave a comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.